Hi, my name is Katie Thomas, and this is the story of the time I got attacked by a shark. Okay, well, actually, I got into a boating accident, but the shark story sounded so much cooler for why I was bleeding. Except then I had to do research to really sell the story, because storytelling is something you have to get good at in order to make people believe it. I had to look at migration patterns, sizes, and teeth shape to know what people would believe. And the answer? None of it. But in the process, I decided how much I liked sharks and wanted to save them, even considering myself a shark expert. And I realized that most people just have an irrational fear because of the possibility of it happening and probably because of the sharp teeth. Society just escalated the fear. According to Crystal Green's article, An International SOS, an estimated 100 million sharks are killed each year that we know of, and that doesn't even count the undocumented ones that we don't know of. And we need to SOS. Save our sharks. Sharks are misrepresented and therefore seen as a danger to us, but in reality, we are what's killing them, and we are also what can save them. It's our job to be educated and help make that difference. Sharks are an essential part of ocean life, and they have been for millions of years, much longer than humans have even been around. NOAA's shark conservation article says how they are necessary in the food chain and the ecosystem. Without them, both would deteriorate due to nature's natural imbalance being thrown off. Aside from that, the best time of the year will cease to exist because without sharks, there will be no Shark Week. Sharks are valuable creatures, more than just to the ocean. They're being killed for food, more specifically shark fin soup. It's an Asian delicacy that Green mentions, but you have to kill the entire shark just to have the fin. And killing for food is one reason, but more commonly they're killed out of fear, without proof or evidence that the specific shark has done anything to be a potential threat to humans. So all sharks are being targeted based off of mistakes from a few. To be fair, 725,000 deaths each year is a lot. I mean, it is, but that's how many people die from mosquitoes every year. And in 2014, how many people were reportedly killed by sharks? 10. The CBS article, 15 Animals Surprisingly More Deadly Than Sharks, lists that it's crazy more people will say they're afraid of sharks when sharks only kill a fraction compared to snakes, freshwater snails, roundworms, and tapeworms. Even domestic dogs are responsible for more injuries than deaths. But we don't assume when we meet a puppy that it has the potential to hurt us in the future. I mean, statistically, domestic dogs kill 3 times as many people as sharks every year. And I've never seen any of these creatures portrayed to the public in such a toxic way that they're aimed to be killed in so many parts of the world. The International Union for Conservation of Nature Red List says that 25% of sharks are considered threatened with extinction. And it does not help that Gibbs and Warren's research for killing sharks, cultures and politics of Encounter and the Sea found that some contracts for killing sharks will pay $5,700 a day. Or that some federal governments, such as in Australia, are allowing sharks to be lured to the surface so they can be shot in the head and the carcass will remain in the water. The entire policy regarding using bait to kill sharks is because of the movie Jaws. A fictional movie, according to Pep and Neff, is causing this. Can you imagine seeing a movie then trying to kill the entire species that it portrays as the villain in the fictional movie? Crazy, I know. But people are starting to realize the mistake here, that sharks need to be saved. I don't think anyone has said it better than Reed's article, stating how sharks may be the most feared creature, but they may also be the most misrepresented. Really, a lot of the misconception is because of their portrayal to the public. It's all about emotion. All of the articles I read emphasize how much it's up to us to make the difference as the people. If we, as Pep and Neff and Winter say, shift the public attitude from fear to pride, it can help pass the regulations or change the lethal ones that are in place to help give sharks the support that they deserve. The United States is a leader in shark conservation, but Other countries are also a part of CITES, which Noah's article talks about as the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna, where over a dozen different species of sharks are endangered, including the great white. Getting more experience with sharks will help them with pride between them and the people. An example is seeing them in the aquariums to build those relationships. But I think the Discovery Channel Shark Week is doing a fantastic job of helping the public's image change to be going in favor of the sharks. The American Elasma Branch Society is working on the press aspect. Instead of only documenting the negatives of sharks, they're also presenting the positives, such as non-lethal or non-injury shark encounters or shark sightings. This will show the number of good outweighing the bad. Really, sharks should be afraid of us. We pose a much bigger threat to them. There are so many mundane things that could kill us every day that aren't sharks. And the fear is in our heads from the way that they're portrayed, not reality. If we continue this, the sharks will be extinct sooner rather than later, after millions of years on the planet. But there are ways to stop this. Many oceanic conservation resources will accept donations going towards getting the sharks the protection they deserve. But even simpler, you can do something right now. Text SHARK to 55555. That is SHARK to 55555, and it signs the petition to eliminate the bait and kill policy. They cannot fend for themselves, but we can do our part to help them.